Imagine a cold morning in Tokyo. An 88-year-old man pushes open the door and steps into the park, without a cane and without anyone supporting him. He bends down to tie his shoelaces, moving as calmly as a child picking up candy. Just a few minutes later, he sits down on the ground and then stands back up in a single breath, without using his hands for support. This scene is not an exception. It is something that happens every day in Japan. Meanwhile, in many other countries, people just past 55 are already gasping for air when bending over. At 60, turning their bodies to look behind while driving becomes difficult, and sitting on the floor and getting back up feels almost impossible. What makes elderly people in Japan so different? Why are they still flexible at 80 or 90 years old, while most of us seem to age much faster? It is not genetics. It is not going to the gym or taking expensive supplements. And it is definitely not intense workouts that make your joints ache every morning. The truth, recently announced by a group of Japanese scientists, shocked the entire world. There are 3 movements to do before sleeping, just 12 minutes every night, that activate the natural regeneration of joint fluid while you sleep. Your joints repair themselves. Inflammation decreases significantly, and flexibility rises dramatically without a gym, without equipment, and without a physical therapist. The research results show joint fluid production increases by more than 40%, morning joint stiffness decreases by nearly 70%. Muscle and joint flexibility improves on average by over 80%. This is not magic. This is how Japanese people have preserved the youthfulness of their joints for decades. And what is even more interesting, 2 out of the 3 movements completely go against Western training philosophy. To the point where many doctors once said it sounds ridiculous, until MRI images showed that degenerated cartilage actually regenerated. Soon, I will reveal each movement, each breathing step, and the exact timing that allows your body to enter self-recovery mode during sleep. But before we get to movement number 1, if you are over 50 years old and have ever struggled to bend down to pick something up, to turn your head while driving, or if you simply want to stand up from the floor without using your hands, stay for the next part. Just the first movement alone can change your body within this week. And the final movement is what has forced the medical community to rethink the definition of aging. Keep watching, the next part begins right now. Movement number 1. Joint reset before sleeping. Sitting forward fold, but done the Japanese way. Many people think this is just a normal stretching exercise. That is wrong. Japanese practitioners consider it a switch that activates the nighttime joint recovery mechanism, like hitting the reset button on the entire movement system before deep sleep. You only need a small empty space on the floor, no mat, and no equipment. Here's how to perform it correctly according to traditional Japanese recovery practice. Sit on the floor with both legs extended straight in front of you. Keep your back upright, imagining a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Slowly slide your hands along your legs, without forcing and without bouncing. Take a deep breath in, release a long breath out, and allow gravity to pull you down millimeter by millimeter. It is not about bending as deep as possible. The key is to maintain the position for 2 to 3 minutes, fully relaxing until the connective tissues around the hamstrings and lower back begin to soften like warm wax. A study at the Kyoto Medical Center followed more than 300 people over 65 years old for 6 months. The group that performed this movement every night reached an average of 4 inches farther, which is about 10 centimeters. After 6 weeks, lower back pain was reduced by half, exactly 52%. Their ability to bend forward to tie their shoelaces noticeably improved week after week as they woke up. The strongest benefits appear when you do this right before bedtime, because your body temperature slowly drops, allowing the tendons and muscles to soften like warm taffy candy, making them far more elastic than during the day. If you are just beginning and can only reach your knees, that is fine. In the second week, you will reach your shins. In the first month, you may reach your ankles. Your body does not need to be forced. It only needs permission to open gradually. Elderly people in Japan often place a towel under their sitting bones for more comfort. They prioritize ease and relaxation, not looking perfect. The goal is not to bend the deepest. The goal is to let your nervous system understand this position is safe. When that happens, your body opens on its own, your joints release naturally, and your soft tissues reorganize themselves. Keep 100 belly breaths, which is about 3 minutes. Right afterward, you will feel your back warming up, your legs becoming lighter, and your hips softening as if they have just been lubricated. But this is only the warm-up. The remaining two movements not only make your joints more flexible, but also decompress your spine, boost the circulation of joint fluid, and soften your entire muscle bond tendon system. One of these movements was even considered ridiculous by many Western doctors until MRI results left them completely silent. Continue to the next part, because the second movement creates noticeable change after just one night. Movement number 2. Spinal decompression, unlocking full body flexibility. This is a movement that seems like it does nothing. You lie still, twist gently, and it looks so simple that many people think it could never create major change. But the body reacts in a completely different way. Geriatric institutes in Tokyo once attached sensors to the spines of participants, and the results showed that the discs expanded and the spine released pressure as if separating two cups that have been stuck together all day. Here is the Japanese method. Lie on your back on a flat floor or bed. Bend both knees, keeping your feet on the floor. Slowly drop both knees to one side while keeping your shoulders touching the ground. Extend your arms out to the sides in a T shape so your body twists softly and naturally. Hold for 90 seconds on each side, breathing deeply, then switch directions. No pulling, no bracing, no forcing your range of motion. The most important point is to breathe into the ribcage on the side that is stretching. You will feel your lungs expand like a balloon, and each vertebra gently separates by a few millimeters, just enough for the joint fluid to redistribute. A study with 450 elderly participants showed that 71% felt taller and lighter in their lower back the next morning. Their ability to turn their heads to check blind spots while driving increased by 35%. Reaching into the backseat, bending to pick things up, and daily movements became noticeably easier. These are not numbers on paper, they are real changes in everyday life. What older adults need most is ease in every small movement. Japanese practitioners often place a thin pillow between their knees to keep the hip axis stable. They understand that a tiny adjustment can create a big difference. More importantly, in the first minute, the body is still on alert and the muscles hold tension. The real benefit only appears after the 60th second, when the nervous system allows the body to release. Do not listen to the signal in your brain that wants to switch sides early. Let your breath lead. 90 seconds, then switch. And you will feel as if your spine has been lengthened by one more year of youth. Now we have opened the joints and released the spine. But one final piece is still missing. If the first two movements soften and prepare the pathway, then the third movement is the key that pumps joint fluid, nourishes cartilage, and reduces deep inflammation while you sleep. Western doctors used to laugh at it because it seemed far too simple, until MRI scans captured the moment damaged cartilage lit up, a sign of regeneration. This final movement is the reason Japanese people in their 80s and 90s can still sit on the floor, stand up without using their hands, and walk lightly as if age barely exists. Movement number 3. Reversing gravity and restoring the youth of your joints. This is the movement that forced Western medicine to reconsider the definition of aging. There is no sweating and no effort to brace your body. Yet MRI scans show a clear increase in joint fluid and brighter, healthier spinal discs after just a few weeks of practicing it correctly. In Japan, this is called the inverted resting pose, while science refers to it as the deep joint fluid restoration position. Here is how to perform it for 3 to 5 minutes each night. Lie on your back beside a wall. Place your legs up the wall, sliding your hips about 4 to 6 inches away, which is about 10 to 15 centimeters. Your knees can be straight or slightly bent, whichever feels more comfortable. Close your eyes, breathe from your belly, and relax your entire body. It sounds simple, does it not? But your body is going through a series of powerful changes in complete silence. Gravity reverses. Inflammatory fluid from the legs is redirected into the lymphatic system. Lymphatic circulation increases by nearly 100%. Joint fluid is naturally produced without medication or injections. And the spine is decompressed as the discs rehydrate overnight. 1,200 older adults in Japan participated in a 5-year study. Morning joint pain decreased by 64%. Flexibility increased by more than 30% within just a few weeks. And sleep quality improved by over 50% thanks to reduced nighttime urination. No effort is required, no strength is needed. You simply loosen up and let gravity heal you. Many elderly people in Japan even place a thin towel under their hips to create a gentle incline, which boosts lymphatic flow and makes their legs feel noticeably lighter in the morning. A tingling sensation in the legs when you begin is not a bad sign. It is a signal that circulation is being reactivated after years of neglect. Start with 2 minutes. After 14 days, 5 minutes will feel as easy as breathing. You will notice less cracking in your knees, looser hips, a calmer lower back, and legs that no longer feel heavy like lead when you wake up. Japanese people do not consider this an exercise. They treat it as a nightly joint care ritual, as simple and natural as brushing their teeth, and it is consistency that slows aging more effectively than any gym or supplement. 3 movements, 12 minutes. Yet, the results last 4 years. Now you have the key. Movement 1 softens the muscles and tendons. Movement 2 decompresses the spine and restores space for the discs. Movement 3 activates joint fluid recovery while you sleep. Now your body needs only one final thing: consistency. You do not need heavy effort, only every night. Sooner than you think, your steps will feel lighter and your body will begin to rejuvenate from the smallest movements. Just 12 minutes each night, and your body will become younger faster than you expect. These 3 movements are not theory. They are not online tricks. They are habits that elderly people in Japan have maintained their entire lives so they can still bend to tie their shoelaces, stand up from the floor, turn their bodies while driving, and enjoy old age in a body that still cooperates as if it were 40 years old. And now, you know that secret. Only one question remains. Are you ready to try it tonight? No one can practice for you. No one can preserve the youth of your joints for you. But 12 minutes before sleeping, done consistently and gently, can change your life in ways you would never expect. Imagine 3 months from now, you bend down to pick something up without groaning. You rotate your shoulders and neck with ease. You wake up in the morning without feeling like your body is calling for help. And then one day, someone looks at you and asks, "Why do you seem so agile lately?" All you need to do is begin starting tonight. Comment to begin right now. Answer one simple question. Which movement do you want to try first tonight? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? I will read every comment and suggest the correct way to do it based on your age. If you find this helpful, press like so more older adults can see it. And remember to subscribe, because every day I will share more methods to help your body become flexible, clear-minded, well-rested, and longer living in the Japanese way. You do not need to become 20 years old again. You only need your joints to function like they did at 40, and you will live the rest of your life with the quality that many people can only dream of. When you are ready, write your comment below. And tonight, before you go to bed, give your body the 12 minutes it truly deserves. I will see you in the next video.